Welcome, my friends, to a Dungeons and Dragons Lego collectibles review. I'm reviewing the full set. I finally was able to complete the set. There's plenty of videos of me doing my in the journey, I should say, of collecting and hunting these all over the place. Lots of different hauls. The figures these days are still sitting at $5 and shouldn't really go up from there for for many years. Hopefully, a couple years to come, unless they start, including maybe some smaller mini builds or a lot more with them. But anyways, let's get after it. There's a lot to cover. A lot of ground, 12 figures in this set, and we will go one by one. And so the first one, and I'll probably butcher some of these names, bear with me, I haven't been playing Dungeons & Dragons for a little while. Okay, first up on the list is the Aarakocra Ranger, and at first this wasn't necessarily one of my favorite figures ever, but this is a 5th edition playable character, and is I didn't realize how popular this species in Ranger had come. It comes with a really cute dog, or I don't think it's a wolf. It looks like it's kind of like a hunting wolf. And you get this nice bow that comes with them. Here's the back. There is back printing underneath. One thing with all of the figures is that it comes with this stonework piece, so that's the same across, and again, it's nice to be able to kind of place it. Really cool. 5th edition, I think, is where this became a really popular playable character. If I could figure out how to get the doggy on there, he kind of slides on there. And again, I didn't know this is one of the most popular playable characters in all of Dungeons and Dragons. I certainly have not used that character. Now another one. This is the most sought after minifigure of the series. This is the Dragonborn paladin. Dragonborn is another one of those where I didn't realize it was a playable species, very popular, 5th edition, and really is almost like a humanoid dragon. So let's his head comes with these horns. I was even thinking, like, should I even take his head off and you could use some of the other figurines. Here's kind of underneath. Hopefully I can kind of, there it goes. Really cool underneath. I like the underneath print just as well. So you could take this armor, put it on another figure, and then so I don't know. This is one I could see why this has become very massable, because it's just, not only is the accessories amazing in it. Oh, here, the other thing I should point out. Again, there's a really cool print on the shield, and then this is a really unique mace. Look at that, like translucent color. That's really awesome. And it comes with this really unique tassel. This is just amazing. I can only imagine like a parts draft for this series has got to just be like next level for sure. So coming up next, this is where things start to get really interesting in terms of the characters, because this is the Dwarf barbarian, and it's kind of a weird. I don't know if it really pulls off the actual dwarf look. You can go male or female. This is where, so some of them, I think there's 5 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 5 of these have both male and female heads. So you can kind of, change this up based on your character. I think that's pretty genius. I mean, some of the other CMFs could have had both male and female character. Think of, like, you in the space, they could have done this as well. And I think now you're talking like the extra value, right? Because now you can do some of the mixing and matching and the play value. I mean, these heads can go 25 cents to 50 cents a piece. So that's a nice little value, plus all of these accessories. So and then this one, again, there's not too much to really go over other than that, in terms of selection, this is a good one. This is a very popular figure, kind of a folk hero, part of the Totem Warriors, and a very common player character for some of the warriors. Get that, have him or her lead the charge. So very cool. That is the Dwarf Barbarian. Next up is another really popular character. I loved this one. I thought about even getting 2 of these, but right now I just have 1. This is the Elf Bard, and the Elf Bard is another one where it's just a great popular character, great choice. This could play really well in a lot of people's castles, and they have really high charisma. I love the print. Look at that gold kind of reflecting. And the faces are real cool, how they kind of have them singing, or they can have them just kind of smiling. And really cool little, is that a 3-string guitar? And the print is just fantastic on these. And you could mix and match again, you could put this, the hairpiece on anyone and turn them into an elf. So that would be really even good enough itself. You could turn a ton of people into elves. These are just, I hope they do more of these, or at least provide maybe now this will actually be in the store where you could just buy the hairpiece, which would be fantastic. You wouldn't necessarily need the characters and pay the extra dollars for them. Okay, next up is where we start getting a little wild in terms of magical. This is another one I was not familiar with, but it is the Gith warlock. The Gith warlock is actually a species, or like a type of character. Again, look at that. They got kind of the almost the elf like ears. They're from the ethereal plains of Baldur's Gate, and probably just really unique. Another one where I really would like to get 2 of these, get a male and female. At least I have the head, but I really love the print. And this one, if you can see it, there it goes. It kind of shown in. Just so cool. And with the shoulder pads, that's awesome. I mean, look at that. You get potions tucked away in there. And then this is a really cool blade. A lot of them carried silver blades. And then they, again, had magical power. So with the warlock here, he's got some sort of a spell that he can cast, ethereal plane or something along those lines. So super cool character, and another one where allows you to shapeshift or change the gender, I should say. Okay, so next up, this one is the only one I currently have duplicates. This one's fantastic. I love it for many reasons. This is also one of the more popular. The halflings. There aren't too many of them. Too many professions I usually see halflings doing. Usually they're in the kind of the ranger or druid, or there's something along those lines. Thieves, I think, is another good one. Sometimes they can be swordsmen as well, but this is such a cool print. The halflings are big into nature, and so this is kind of perfect. I saw some of the source material out there, and this really fits the bill pretty well. And you get this really nice bird piece, so this is really valuable by itself. And again, you can do male and female, so I do have a duplicate, which is great. So now I can do male and female here. Let's look at the difference together. So there could be 2 of them. We got husband and wife halfling out there in the nature doing their druid type things. So now we're starting to get into the named characters, or the almost like you could call them monsters. So next up is the mind flayer. Look at that. Super cool printing. Some of it's blocked because of the face. It doesn't really turn much. You could take it off. Let's see here. That's the body right there. Match the hands to the face. You get this little brain thing comes with it, so that's a pretty cool accessory. Awesome robe. It matches the front just like that. So very, very simple. Cool mold though with this. And the mind flayers are just really popular. I think they've been in the Forgotten Realms, or just really any of your underworld that you've created in the Dungeons and Dragons. The Mind Flayer is a very common character to come across. Not one that you want your party to come across, but it is very common nonetheless. Okay, next one up, and I did a modification, so I did put blood in his cup, but this is Strahd von Zarovich, and he's from the Forgotten Realms. One cool thing about him is they included this, I guess, evil mouse. That's pretty neat. I don't know if it's just like an undead mouse or something along those lines. Really love, and the print, he's kind of that royalty type setup underneath. It's more of the same, so you don't necessarily need. He's got the long hairpiece. So, again, fictional character from Ravensloft. He is the Dark Lord of Barovia. So, okay, next one is Szass Tam. Hopefully, I'm Tam. Szass Tam, again, another one from the Forgotten Realms. So the Forgotten Realms got a lot of love in this particular series. He is a lich and is really a former red wizard. So he was a humanoid and he turned lich and became kind of ruler of the undead in the Forgotten Realms. So look at him; he's still got a skeleton underneath. Super cool. They give you this cape. He has a little bit of printing underneath, if you can see that. Really nice. Overall, some nice detailing. Love it. Face, and he's got the powerful spell that as being the Red Wizard, and then this translucent, I guess almost like pumpkin face that you get. It's a cool part for sure. So it'd be cool if he was like a humanoid head or something like that. That would be extra special. Okay, another one. This is a named character. Really cool, and I didn't know anything about it, but this is Tasha, the Witch Queen. Oh, sorry, Tasha the Witch Queen, and a lot more. I don't know anything about her, but this is actually a little bit of a shout out here to the Magic the Gathering. And she's a planeswalker and an archmage, and she's got her cauldron of everything, so it's really cool. And then there was an awesome spell book that came with it. There you go. You got a shot at that. Real cool. Part of the... I can't even read it. My eyesight is so bad. But I really like this. It was very close to it was closer than I thought. At first I thought it was kind of a costume, but it's really close to the source material. Look at all the tool belts and all that. Her hairpiece is fantastic, and it's all one, just so you have that. Look at her. Oh, she's laughing. She messed with you. She's laughing at you now. So that's Tasha, the Witch Queen. Really cool. Solid one. Next up, not last, is the Lady of Pain. And this one I really didn't know much about either. And wow, look at the symbols. That is so awesome. She is the part of the Planescape setting, and kind of just like the guardian of the sigil. So she doesn't really go anywhere. She's kind of useless. So I don't know what to do with her necessarily. You wouldn't really want to run into her because she basically is almost strong as a god. Look at this cape though. Dun, dun, dun. Look at that. Cool underneath. That is awesome. Yeah, I don't really know what you do with this. This is so cool. Almost like Star Wars, like real fantasy. Like, and the whole thing, it's just one piece. Well, it's not actually, but it sucks in the headpiece. So you got to really do your thing, and then they give you a little extra piece to kind of make so she floats, and I guess she just kind of floats along and guards the sigil. So kind of a crazy character. Another one that Lego kind of threw a little homage to that. I don't know, you probably wouldn't run across it very often. Okay, and another one, this is kind of the last but not least, is the Tiefling sorcerer. I didn't realize that this is also another popular character, and really cool. Comes with this mini dragon as an accessory. She is a mate, or like a sorcerer or a warlock. I guess the Tieflings have a lot of extra benefits, and it's become kind of a popular player to play. And so again, it can be male or female. I did the female variety here. So she looks without they've got horns and then a tail. And again, I thought this was kind of cartoony, but then when I looked up the source material, I was like, wow, the accuracy of these of the prints and how the molds are is really pretty stunning when you look at the source material. So if you were to look up Tiefling sorcerer, you'd be like, whoa, that's actually pretty solid. So I've been out of D&D for a little while. This is really inspiring me. Maybe at some point I'll get the actual full set. This is the list that comes with it. Again, they talk through 12 characters, and then they showcase the ones that have extra heads in here, I think. Yeah, the ones with the faces. So there's 5 of those, and they provide a little instruction like you really need it. But that is all for the Dungeons and Dragons minifigures. Boy, I really hope that they could come out with another series. If they kind of keep up and just supplement a couple other monsters, playable characters, some other NPCs, I think Lego is really onto something. So I really, really hope that this series was a success and they keep it going. It's very nostalgic for me, and it's one that I'm really looking forward to continuing to do some building with. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the review. Make sure to like and subscribe down below. Let me know in the comments what you're doing with your Lego Dungeons and Dragons. All right, thank you, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.